give us an understanding. This 5 billion palliative that each state government will administer, is it calo money, or what kind of do you have hope that this money will get to the people?
Yeah, thank you so much, Seun, and thanks so much, Messi and Mr. F. Young. It's a whole pleasure today. To be honest with you, we don't have high expectations because let's first start from the fact that most Nigerians did not hear about the money. It was there's the 2 billion had already been given to every state as a grant. So there was like a base fund given to them as a grant. So I think an additional 3 billion would be a loan or something like that. So number one, there is no clarity from the presidency to say what money this is about. That's my first problem. The second thing is that when the FAQ for the one previous FAQ for July was shared, was now around 7 billion out of 1.5 trillion or something. So there's still a 600 billion balance that the federal government has kept and called this an infrastructure fund. And no one is even clear about what happens to that money also. So Nigeria has a problem. Nigeria always thinks it has a spending problem, but it's not just a spending problem, it's an accountability problem. As long as you keep giving money to state governments and there's no framework for accounting, believe me, that money is going to end up in FX. Somebody's going to pay some money to somebody, and somebody's going to take that money to the black market and to BDC and the next thing. And now that CBN wants to start funding BDC now, again, then you figure out that that money ends up in dollars in the pockets of politicians. There has to be a certain level of degree of accountability. And what we are doing, it's not the solution. Nigeria always, we don't want to do things in a systemic way. And because when we do things the ad hoc way that we are doing, it gives room for, say, the governor gave me X amount of money. Why can't it be possible? And I keep asking this, why can't it be possible that Nigeria has a social register that is credible so that it does not matter if you know the governor, you don't know the governor. There's a specific amount of money that you get. I mean, we all see all of this in a developed country. It's a social contract. You pay taxes or you declare income. And when you declare income, the state has a right to verify that level of income, if it's true or not. And on the basis of that, you get payments. You get paid, or if you fall below a certain threshold, that qualifies if you are getting unemployment benefit, qualifies if you're getting a meal ticket, or you're getting to live in public housing. That is the kind of country we should aim to live in. Not what we have right now, where you now say, okay, give 5 billion. The governor now says, okay, every ward chairman, my party ward chairman, give me a list of people who you think are poor, vulnerable in your local community. And somebody collects from there, and somebody leaves that local government, goes to local government B, collects there, goes to local government C, collects there. And at the end of the day, we are all lying to ourselves that we're trying to help the poor. So for me, we've done this, and budget has been an observer of this framework. There was a flood in 2012. A lot of money was given to Nigerians then in 2012. I'm sure most of us will have forgotten. The corruption there was monumental. The same thing we did in Ebola, so the corruption was monumental. The same thing we did in COVID. When we talk about CBN printing money haphazardly, most of those money was printed during the COVID period. Where is the accountability for all of that funds? We can't get results this way by not building a framework and a structure around it. What we have done with the social register is inadequate, but what we are trying to do now, by taking it to the hellhole of state governors, I'm afraid it will definitely be worse.
So it's a drain pipe for you.
Yeah, it's a drain pipe. 5 billion is nothing. Let's be honest with ourselves. 5 billion.
So calculate for us, Mr. I mean, I'm not very good with mathematics. My math teacher thinks that I'm a hopeless student when it comes to numbers, and I mean, there are other things that I'm good at. So 5 billion, for example, in Lagos, if it's to be shared amongst, how many people are in Lagos, for example? How many million of people?
If you say 20 million, and if you say even 15 million people, we need 15 million people. Let's even be conservative.
Okay, let's say 15 million.
In 10 million.
Okay.
Let's say 10 million people.
Okay. So let's say 10 million people in Lagos to share 5 billion. How much will go to one person, for example?
So I think that's just 500 naira.
That's 500 naira. Interesting.
Yes, now because a million is 5,000. If you give 1 million naira, 1 million people 5,000, that's 5 billion. That's just mathematics. Now, if you give 10 million, 5 billion, that's what you give each of them 500 naira. It's as simple as that.